everybody, and welcome back to the Dragon King Entertainment Show with the Dragon and Bear. I'm the dragon, and he's the bear.
I feel like you already fucked that up, even before the wrong choices of names for us. I mean, it's not the Dragon Entertainment Show, that's the channel. The show is the Dragon and Bear Show. You already fucked that up within seconds. I know it's been a while since we've done a recording together, Alex, but still, come on, son. Come on.
I've got to keep it in theme of every time I do this, I fuck up. Like last time it was Dragon King.
You referred to me as the old studio, as my old name.
Studios, yeah.
And now you're just completely botching the show's name. The show which we've been doing since like February last year, I think it was. Anyway, carry on, sir.
And this is my second pick, which is also carrying on from my first pick, which is Dragon Prince Season 2, Sky.
So, I'm going to get straight to the point here. I honestly preferred Series 1. I really liked the plot of that series, the adventure angle, the comedy, I think was better in it. And I just loved the whole trio bonding story arc. And obviously, up until the point that the dragon hatched, which I thought was really cool. However, I did enjoy this series. I thought it did a really good job of advancing the story to the next stage and developing our characters a lot more. The development of Callum in search of his magic was probably the best part of this series because it gave him a lot. It gave him a lot more because obviously the first series focused on him with the little fucking orb thing, which technically doesn't make him magic. It's just obviously an item, and obviously this is now his quest to actually get legit magic, which is up and down throughout this series, which works well. I will say that the fact that we actually get dragons in this series is now a plus. Because the first series, up until the whole dragon hatch, it was called the Dragon Prince, but the Dragon Prince was inside an egg, so we never really got to see a dragon, really. But this time, they actually utilised dragons throughout, so obviously you got the Dragon Prince, he's there all the time, he's a new sort of comedic little fella. Obviously, you've got a dragon in the flashbacks, which is pretty cool, and then you obviously got that whole dragon in the present day attacking, which is pretty cool to see. I also do like the fact that we get his whole flashback story arc across 2 episodes, told from like 2 perspectives. So one person telling it to like a group of people, and obviously someone else just reading about it, and obviously that then explains the quest for the Titan Heart. If my mind's sort of remembering this correctly, and also the death of the Queen, which is the first time I've actually got to see her in the series because it's sort of just focus. But it basically, the only parental figure we got to see in the first series, obviously the dad and obviously the auntie. Whereas this series, obviously in the flashback, we get obviously the dad back and the mom, which is a cool little like way to see that, like obviously how their romance was kindling back then up until obviously the point of her demise, which is I also think the series does well developing Claudia and Soren, because obviously in the first series they're more of the comedic duo, whereas this series, it kind of does something weird here. So at one point, obviously, you're hating them, they're like, they're going to do this, because obviously we know their story from the first series, they're trying to obviously get the princess back, well technically speaking now, the king and prince, because, it's obvious at this point now that one's the king due to dad death. And obviously you feel hate towards them because of this angle, and it shows it throughout of the sort of the episode when they're trying to do this. And then at the same time, you start feeling sorry for them at certain points, and then again it makes you hate them again. So the show, like, it keeps making you change your opinions on them. I mean, literally at one point I was like, these are, I used to like them, I hate them now. I was literally like, oh no, this is quite sad, and this is so upsetting now. And then I was like, oh no, they can rot in hell for all I care. I don't care about them anymore. I was literally like that throughout this entire series. It does keep you on your toes though, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think definitely. You can guess which bit I'm on about when you feel sorry for them.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the moment after, which you like, fuck them. Or at least fuck one of them, because it's the one, not the other one. Yeah. But I also like the fact that this series, each episode seems to end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Like each one. so it makes you want to come back and see the next one. Because I mean, this time around, I binge watched the whole series back to back. I know you took a break at one point because you said, "Oh, I'm taking a break."
Yeah, I got burnt out with it.
But I was like, "Fuck it, sit through all of it," and I sat through all of it. Yeah, this is probably my favourite part of the series, and he's not in it that much. The blind narcoleptic pirate.
Yep.
You know, because obviously Bait was our favourite character in the first series, but then this guy comes in, double eye patch, falls asleep every time he talks about something.
Yep.
That is just the best thing possible in this series. I just wish they...
Parrot.
Yeah, the talking parrot is also good. I'll tell him when he wakes up. I just wish we had more of the character. It was there's only so much we had of him, but I wish we had so much more. But I will say, obviously, with the new Dragon Prince involved, so that our new little character, obviously Bait does take a step back, but he does give him his own little story arc of, obviously, jealousy and sadness. So that's quite cool. My last couple of notes, obviously the villain, I think, takes a step back in this series. Like, he's not as present as he was in the first series. That's obviously because obviously when you watch the few small scenes he's in, that's clearly setting up a big angle, and obviously the big moment at the end with him, it clearly sets up a big story arc ready for him. So I can understand why they've put him as like a step back. Since you don't really need to focus on that. That's just like a hint. Your full focus needs to be on your main characters. So that's good. I think the animation's fixed a little bit. I don't think it's fixed fully. There is still some lag present, but it's not as major as last time. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Series 3 fixes that. And if not, I'm just going to be saying this again when we talk about Series 4. So, you know. And finally, I think the series ends, obviously, well, because it sets up multiple stories for the next series. So it gives obviously the show creators a lot more to do, because there's about 4 stories going on right now where it's left off, and on top of that, it ends on a cliffhanger, so it does well in wanting me to go back and actually watch the next series. So that's my sort of notes. Go on, Alex, what have I missed, or what have you thought of this show?
See, I liked how it started off with Aunt Amaya.
I don't know, I can't remember her name, I just remember her as the deaf character.
Yeah, I remember her as a deaf character.
It's the easiest way to sort of remember it.
I just put... It was nice seeing the volcano setting with the deaf aunt.
Yeah.
But yeah. And we get to see more kind of elves, which are the... Sunburnt elves, I think?
I think it's Sunfire, isn't it?
Sunfire.
I think it's Sunburnt. Damn, I think they just take the sun, don't they?
But yeah. I like how it starts off with them, like characters that weren't... Well, one that wasn't prominent in the previous season, and a new species, I guess? Or not species, it's more of a...
subspecies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's good to see, like, what's normal in that world, how they clash each other, how they're not trying to... Well, how they're stopping each other from getting over the borders. And yeah, I did like the little backseat story with Bait, with his jealousy into brotherly love. And yeah, I understand with Claudia and Zoran. When that rock happened, I was just like the first time I watched it, I was just like, oh god. And that part in the field with the berries.
Yeah. Yeah.
It shows that it kind of like slowly show, like, because I've got the knowledge of what happens in the next seasons.
There's only one series left.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, series 3. Series 4 hasn't been released yet.
Okay, but because I know what's happening next season.
I was going to say, damn, if you knew what was going to happen in Series 4, damn! You got into the future. You travel into the future to get this next series.
I need it. Like, you can see the signs of madness in one of the characters. And it's, yeah.
Slowly evolving into another character, basically, that you already know.
Yeah, somewhat, but at the same time, definitely yes. I kind of want to see more human Rayla.
Hello, fellow humans!
Hello, fellow humans, it's me, Human Railer.
That just led to like, the best moment. Like, oh, you don't have to do it anymore. Why? Arr, mateys!
When it shows the one
Yeah,
eye patch and then
that's why you're on the best shots. The one eye patch, and it's like turns its turn. They're like, what? How's he even do this job?
But to be honest, it's kind of good as well because it kind of shows that even though he's human, he's still in tune with the wind and the sea. Well, or Blake or whatever it was. I don't know. It's one of them. And it to me, while watching this for the second time, it kind of got a bit boring for me. Which isn't really good for a TV show that you want to keep watching. But I think if it was my first time watching it, I would literally watch this bang, 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 like in 3 days, if that, 2 days maybe. Like, I loved the show when I first watched it. And yeah. But it was the backstories that got me. And I did find myself skipping through the backstories because I was a bit bored. And yeah, I don't know. I liked the I liked the magic finding part a lot more. I don't know. I just like magic more than anything.
I mean, this is what this show's really going for. Really, a lot of it is magic based, which is the sort of draw to it.
Season 3 goes a lot harder, I think, which you've got to look forward to
in like 2 months' time.
Yep. But yeah, it's great. It is good. Also, Zoran can now do haikus after his first failed attempt. But I do like them. Like, I think this season builds up Zoran as a more likable character, more than Claudia. And I did like the more dragons. That's why I sent you a message saying you're gonna like this season a bit. I think because of the dragons, because you actually get to see
dragons. Like 3 dragons. Plus, obviously, the little dragon, which we've already seen, so I'm not counting that.
Yeah. Like, you get to see a fire one. You get to see, at the very end, the dragon there, which... yeah. And you get to see the storm dragon, which is good. I also like the interaction between the what was he? He's like the hunter. He's also not the hunter. The person who's meant to be finding Ez and
the sort of, I'm gonna refer to him as like the king's like right hand sort of thing.
That's what he's like.
Yeah, he's like his protector. He's like his guardian.
Yeah, that's what he goes into eventually.
Yeah, I know you're right.
I liked his interactions with Rayla because they're just like, they're both doing the same thing, but they just can't stand each other because of their races' interactions. I like Claudia's way of calming herself down, which is there is no cinnamons for cinnamon, which is just weird. But yeah, overall, I don't know. I think I prefer the first season a bit more than this season, but at the same time, yeah, they both go into each other well. And I didn't see any much more. Well, I didn't see any lag, as you say.
There's quite a bit.
I didn't really notice it. I was just watching it.
It's not as constant. That's probably why you didn't notice.
Yeah, probably.
You want to give it a rating? While you're doing your overall here, you might as well then before jumping back to me.
I'd say my rating for this, we're doing it at 5, right?
Yeah, as usual.
I'd say 4. It was either 4 or 3.5. I'll go with 4.
Okay. See, overall, obviously, I do think it's another enjoyable series with a lot of twists and turns to keep you basically entertained. I think there's a lot of really good sad moments compared to the first series, which do talk about heartstrings. Oh, it's difficult because, as I said, I did enjoy it, but I enjoyed series 1 more. I think I'm gonna agree with you. I was gonna give it a 4.5, but I think I'm gonna knock it down to a 4, just because it just didn't hit the same as series 1. It still had some really good moments, but it wasn't the same feel as that one. I didn't like, because I said to you when I was watching it, that one, I was like really wanted to watch it one go, but couldn't. Whereas this time I did, but it just didn't hit the same. Maybe if I obviously did like a marathon and watched them all back to back, then I'd maybe change my sort of stance, maybe. But I feel like for now, series 1's the better series, and then series 2 after it, which is most TV shows. It's usually the second series is not as good as the first series, but still good. So I do feel like a 4 is where this series is at as well. So I agree with you there.
Oh god. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you for watching the Dragon King Entertainment.
You'll get there eventually, son.
Next month it's Tom's Choice, which I don't know yet.
I don't know myself.
But yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. If you like what you've seen, don't be afraid to throw us a little like and subscribe. That's always very appreciated over here. And, well, I'll see you on the next video.